All speed here for race number 8, 1,000-metre dash. It is a Class 3 contest headed by 7th C, who is behind Duke Y on debut. Gets barrier 2 here. Kazi Farazi tries the straight here for the first time from barrier 12. Duke Y's on a hat-trick. Karis Teton from barrier 9. Classic Unicorn, 2 from 3 course and distance. Beaten favour though, odds on last time out behind Mr Lumiere. Co-partner Spirit makes his Hong Kong debut. Lucky Moore up in class with a blistering win, course and distance last time out. Down to Happy Victory. Is actually eligible for Class 4 off a mark of 60. Goes around here with a lightweight from barrier 14. So Glorious, Hong Kong win and Happy Victory, the horses that have been up at Chongfa.
Absolute speed to burn here in this contest. There'll be a real strong tempo up front, and they'll be spearheaded by a couple of the fancy chances, Classic Unicorn and Lucky Moore. You can see that Duke Y, he has been a little bit slow out, and he's going to have to get through a little bit of traffic in the early stages for his devastating turn of foot. But up front, those two, you've got Hong Kong win, Take What You Need, Star Luck, Happy Victory should get a nice run along that outside rail from his gate of 14.
This horse is flying at the moment, Duke Y. Ever since they put the blinkers on, his 2 wins have been really good. He hasn't got the blinkers on here, but he's just doing nice, quiet work. But worth showing anyway, because he's one of the main chances in the race. Is Duke Y, Classic Unicorn. Just a little bit of slow work as well for him. He's trialled well recently. He's only been beaten once. He's by Per and Canto, who's funny enough, same as Duke Y. But he goes nice and quietly here. A little bit keen, if anything, but slow work. And there's Lucky Moore, one of the other principals. He's come up at 1.6 at the moment, Lucky Moore. Zach Purton aboard, and it was a real effortless win from him last time, and he's going nicely as well.
Beaten on debut, though, by Duke Y. We'll come back to that in a second. Let's have a look at what Duke Y did after that amazing win at the start before with Massive Pocket, Hong Kong win and 7th C engaged.
This was the key for me because he won. It was a freakish win last time, but now he's backed it up again and won really nicely once again. So it shows this horse is in really good form at the moment. Massive Pocket ran well. Hong Kong winner and 7th C I think needs to improve a little bit. But I thought it was a really nice win once again here from Duke Y, and I think he'll get the race run to suit him as well.
Yeah, well, I'd be keen to see what he could do if he was able to jump away cleanly with him, what they'd do with him and where they'd try and ride him. But he's certainly one of the big players in the race, and I'm actually throwing in Massive Pocket as well because he's just running in fantastic form. He's at career best at the moment.
All right, OK. Well, Lucky Moore, current favourite at this stage. Let's hear from the jockey, Zach Purton.
Lucky Moore, Zach, visually that was impressive. What was it like riding him when he won last time?
Yeah, obviously he took a lot of improvement out of his first up run. He really got driven mad in that race, and I suppose it cleaned his wind out nice and proper because the next start he was able to go through his gears a little bit more comfortably and got the job done. It was a nice effort.
You've ridden him in his work since then. Has he come on?
I wouldn't say he's improved a lot, but he's definitely held his form.
Up to Class 3, he's always looked like a pretty promising horse. Step up in grade. Any concern for you?
I don't think it is. I think he's shown he's got the ability to be able to handle Class 3. It's just going to depend on how much pressure is in the race and what type of run we get.
When you say how much pressure, you got taken on by Flying Genius 2 starts ago. Classic Unicorn's a horse you've had a bit to do with. He lines up here. Could he be a pest factor in the race?
He possibly could be. I'm not sure how they want to ride that horse. We'll just have to work that out as we go, but we know who's on it and we know who drove me mad first up.
Take on Duke Y, who's won his last 2, including beating Lucky Moore. He looks at an up-and-comer. Is he one of the dangers in the race, you would think?
Oh, he is. He beat me fair and square. You know, the first time, there was no fluke about his win. He gave me a big start. It sort of defied belief, really, to come from where he did to be able to win. So, you know, if he gets out of the gates a little bit better and is within striking distance, he's definitely one to beat again.
Lucky Moore was actually £2 worse off for that beating as well, what they've done since then. But those are 2 of the big players. The third one is this horse, Classic Unicorn. Now, this is him trialling, but in his 2 wins down the straight, he's broken 56 seconds on both occasions.
He's been very impressive winning both of those. I thought he looked good here in this recent trial. Now, that last race where he was beaten by Mr Lumiere, that's a very good form race. Mr Lumiere's come out and won again at Happy Valley. Meridian Genius has won, Highly Proactive's won, Shining Gems won, Super Juniors won. Winning Feelings, all won out of that race that he ran 6th in last time out. But nice trial from him. That's El Jefe running second to him. He's a nice enough horse. He's got plenty of speed, but he might go a bit hard.
That's the problem. I think he will. The thing with Classic Unicorn is he did have a few problems. He lost a lot of weight before his last start as well. His last start at the back end of last season.
All right, Star Luck. Can he get involved in any shape or form?
On the dirt, he could. Unfortunately, this race isn't on the dirt. I think he's a really nice dirt horse. I don't know about him being up to this class on the turf. So from barrier 1, I know he's got the 10-pound claim, but I haven't put him in.
Well, he actually ran third over 1,000 metres course and distance behind Massive Pocket 3 runs ago, so it was a decent run from him. I wrote him off on that occasion. I didn't put him in this time, but it wouldn't surprise me if he can run a race again with a 10-pound claim. All
right, Lucky Moore I've got as the winner, but not at 1.6, Paul. It's closer than that.
Yeah, look, I've got Jigwai. I'm going to make it. I've got an opinion in this race, so I wanted to have one. And I think Jigwai can win. I'll tell you why. Lucky Moore and Classic Unicorn are both front runners. Now, one of them is going to have to sit back, or if they take each other on, they're going to ruin each other's chances. If they do that, Jigwai will win, no question. If one of them sits back, it might not suit them, so that's going to take that out of play as well. And I just think Jigwai's going to get the race run to suit, so I'm happy to go with him to beat Lucky Moore, Classic Unicorn. That's the obvious 3, and Massive Pocket 4th, but I'm happy to back the 4 for a win, especially at 8.3. Just fill your boots on that.
Fill your boots. Well, Andrew posed the question to both of us on the last racing to win who we're going to side with, and I sided with Duke Y then, and I'm going to continue to side with him for all the reasons Paul suggested. 10 Lucky Moore goes in. I think 9 Massive Pocket can run a race because he's in career best form, this horse, and Classic Unicorn number 6. So 4, 10, 9 and 6.
I got the same 4 numbers as well. I'm stick with Lucky Moore, but that market is completely out of whack. 1.6 and 8.3. That can't be right. Come start time.
We wouldn't have thought so.
We wouldn't have thought so. But anyway, it's a fascinating race. Really looking forward to race number 8.